put that link in Twitter. Say this is. Hey, apologies, guys. The stream dropped for some reason. I do not know what has happened. We just was trying to get back on the normal. Trying to still get used to the new software, which is Prism Live. Apologies for the drop. I hope all of you can make it who are on the screen. Previously, such a shame that it dropped off. Tradeflow has been excellent. That's the only thing I can trade with Zenith. the jumps in the is typical of Bankex. Yep, there is still a tendency of the calls to go. $57,700. There are some XTS issues with AFL, guys. If anybody is trading that, be watchful. So Zenith, there are a lot of videos on the Tradeflow website itself, on their YouTube channel. Definitely watch those. I have done some streams past 2 weeks. If you can watch some of those maybe you will be able to find some best ways to manage it. There are a lot of features that one could use. You see all of these here. I don't use them a lot. There are baskets, there are spreads if you want to do ratio spreads. There is a lot of ways how you can manage quantity, exits, and the risk management here, right? And Amit also did a, I think FinNifty live trading. He explain a lot of features generally when he does that. Very lengthy videos, but I myself go through those a lot of times. So that is where I picked up on how to manage and use Tradeflow. Alright, time is 11:05. Still hovering around 57,400. Correct. They are really good with providing support, I can tell you that. So, never had an issue with anything. I'll be going mute from time to time when there is a lot of noise, guys. But yeah, I will be watching the chat out, and I'll be coming back live with the voice from time to time. Where are you joining us from, Zenith? Nice city. Where are you located, Vishnu? Of course you can. Mumbai. We do not have an office in Mumbai, unfortunately. We do have one in Pune, though. You have a size, good size there. Yeah, please do. There is a not this description, but because the stream dropped in between, I did not have a chance to update the description and all of that. But in other videos, there is a description which has Mr. Vishal's number. You can get in touch with him and he will help you. I'm gonna need to take a short call, guys, so let me go to mute. Yeah, the description is updated now on this video too, I guess. But you will find that number pretty easily. Yeah, the movement of premiums is Sadanandan. I used to trade mid cap. I traded like 5-6 sessions. I never had good outcomes. I basically was always in drawdown. Maybe the phase is that I don't know, but from that time I have stopped doing that. Yep. It's gonna be an interesting scenario if the put starts expanding, and I'm very very closer to the put here. This is an index. I do not want to be caught up in put expansions. I'm okay with the calls. How is your experience with mid cap Nifty, Sadanandan? You're good with that? It's not a true hedge. It's just a 1 rupee hedge. My bias is neutral to
6.3.
slightly bullish right now. There is a lot of hesitation at this level. It appears today is gonna be a long day, so happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. With this sizing, I don't think liquidity as such should be an issue. It's just the behavior of the premiums and the value of the premiums is not something that I'm great at trading. What's the straddle value there now? Yep. I can't do mid cap, guys, with 27. Expansion on the calls with no decay in the puts. Close to 0.6% drawdown, but my deployed capital, this is 1% drawdown. I still have a lot of capital that I could deploy, but I'm not trying to do that as of now, because these do not want to decay, these want to expand. Let's see if there are crazy spikes, and then we can use those as opportunities. Interesting. Bank Nifty has close to previous day high. Crossed. Calls are reaching their day highs. There is unwinding that is happening. Okay, sorry, you may not have seen that. You see the OI, decline in OI, which is very interesting considering how the global is positioned right now. Yes, Mohit, welcome back. Mm, The stream dropped for some reason and it just said it ended. I do not know why. This is the first day with Prism, so I'm trying to get used to this. I'm starting to think about where my hard exit should be. We are still at 11:20, so still a long, long way to go. We are at trading floor, Sadanandan. It's a trading floor wherein we have a lot of traders coming into our office and trading alongside together. Vishwanath, there is some interest there, but unfortunately, we do not have any plans as of now. You are welcome to come to Bangalore, as you said. Happy to host you here with us. If of course, that's permissible to your schedule and to your current personal situation. I also think there are a lot of desks already in Mumbai, so very expensive city. I have lived myself in Mumbai for 7 years. Okay, so we do not want to get caught up on this side. Our credit is extremely high on the put side, and these all can go to 150 and then casually come back to 90 in a few minutes. But my MTM will be around 10 lakhs, which I do not want to see. But Bankex will have that tendency. I don't know the specific, Vishnath. Unfortunately, I have been told there are, and I'm just passing what I have been told um, from traders who are very experienced in the trading world than me. Mohit, what are you trading? Sensex or mid cap? Oh, sorry, Bankex. Yeah, Bankex. So, Vishwanath, I was telling I don't know the specifics. I'm just passing on the information that I have heard from some of my seniors here who travel around and who have seen this world better than me. But I'll try to find out, and I will probably, if we meet again sometime on the streams later, I can tell you. Yep, yep. Same with me here. You can see that on the screen, right? There is literally no decay. See, our fundamental notion is the idea that trading is a lonely thing. It's not a lonely thing. It should not be a lonely thing. So that's one of the things that drives the setup of this organization. Naturally, we have infrastructure that allows you to trade better. We have most of the tools that you can see that are available, some that are very internal to us. We have our own indicators and stuff, although I don't use them nowadays much because my screens are full while I'm streaming. We think about having leased lines of internet. We have two of them. We have backups and we have backups to backups. And there was a day, I think that was again July 30th, I guess, where there was adapter issues with Bankex and people were stuck in the positions and all of that. We did not, because we have some of our orders directly going to the exchange without going through a different broker and all of that. So some of the advantages, and of course you will have access to traders that work in different strategies, different asset classes, different time frames, positional swings, 1DT, 2DT, you name it, we have them here. We have a lot of young folk that are very good with algos. I'm not a great guy with algos, but yeah. So you can easily find like-minded people here and collaborate on refining and honing your strategies. That is a big benefit you can have. Yes, Sadanand, that's exactly what is going on in my mind. I do not visit Pune office. If I go there probably in November, I might be sitting there for a few days. Yeah, the down mode started. The problem, I don't know if you're, are you running algos, Mohit? See, if you see this put, it just went randomly to 120 and came back to 106. And that is why I'm very, very hesitant to right now work with SLs. It's not a recommendation. It's not a suggestive indication, but that is what I have been observing, and that is what the cool offs are extremely fast. Hey Vishwanath, I'm sorry, but I did not follow that completely. Do you want to rephrase that for me? Were you able to re-enter or adjust that, Mohit? It's just randomness. My name is Naveen. That's okay. And we have a number of people that come onto the stream. My positioning is not great, guys. My positioning is towards the idea of put cool offs, which did not happen from a long time. And whenever that happens in Bankex and Sensex, there is a surge that happens, you know, the puts will expand crazy. Yeah, I can you can literally see that on the screen. Yeah, these puts now want to increase very, very fast for some odd reason. There is literally zero decay in calls. Oops. If it hits 15 again, I'm out and I'm gonna call it a day. Go speak to Ganesha later. Why did it happen? Absolutely no relief. Yeah, very interesting. Is there any news or something like that? The, the calls are, they are not losing value. You might want to see some of the losses I booked. Already on both sides. This screen is not this is a Tradeflow tool. This is something we have subscribed to. It basically is a bridge to enable easier trading with your terminal. The higher time frame bias still a little bit bearish. Global says a little bit bearish. But most of the indices have recovered except mid select. This is a, I don't know if that comment was for the tool SM. This is a tool you can buy, sell, whatever you want. Yeah, it is definitely built with sellers in mind, but I have done scalping, I have done buying, everything in this. Okay, now where do I want to take us? Yeah, precisely, Mohan. While I'm talking to you guys, I'm also watching this here. This is the one that gave me pain, right? It went to 135 and whatnot and came back to 180, 108 now. But this tests that level again, 130-ish. There could be significant amount of unwinding on that put especially. It's such a tricky day. You build a position on one side and then literally the others expand. So playing defensive is gonna be the game today. Still have a reasonable amount of credit and time, and that is one of the reasons I only deployed 40% of my available capital. So there may be opportunities if I don't let it go to a place where I can't come back, or I will not have the confidence to come back. I'll just cut it, call it a day, or I will try to at least manage some of this drawdown, and that's what my thinking is right now. The worst possible thing that can happen in especially Bankex and Sensex is you cut your positions at a very, very weird time and place. They just cool off right on you in just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But at the same time, if you're not positioned to handle it, it can hurt a lot. So if you don't go there, you're fine. So how are your positions running, guys? I hope you are in green, unlike me. That would be nice to know. At least a major red, negative. Okay. I was hoping there will be some soothing news at least coming out of the chat and said, hey, I'm in green, which is nice to hear. I'm not gonna position myself for wins here. I'm just trying to get back to break even. You mean a full-time trader, right? SM. Yeah, that's what you mean. Trading for a living. I don't have a generic advice for that. It has to consider a lot of parameters, including your personal details of your age, your background, your finances, and everything. So, but if you ask me, is it possible? Yes, it is possible, and you have to treat it that way. And that is one of the things we exist, right? Why do you need an office? Because it has to be treated as if you want to go to office every day, why do you go to office for a normal job? And why can't you come to an office if you have to trade, which is your work then? Yep. I I feel it's a process. There could be a transitioning phase, but if planned well, if planned with the respect it deserves, you can treat this as a full-time career. Yes. It's not an advice because I don't know anything about you or where your place is, but it's a very, very generic statement. So take it with a pinch of salt. Today will be a day I will not be proud of my PNL chart, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways so that you can see it. The drops for no reason. And the screen just doesn't have that space right now to show everything. And one thing that we want to do in this stream is we don't, don't use SIRS and all of that. It's not necessary. This is the only place in the profession, I would say. All the streams when I go watch them, I don't know. There is this crazy notion. Oh, you have to call them sir, madam. Why? Why do you need to call anybody sir or madam? You don't need to. Yeah, calls now want to go bonkers. Do you guys hear a lot of background noise? Bearable. Okay, thank you. Our office just resides on the main road, and there is a lot of traffic that, uh, you know, floats, and some of that noise is trickled down. cleared my desk a lot today so that I can be very, very close to the mic. Calls are just getting bonkers. Major level breached. $57,570. It would be nice if you guys can hit that like button so that the video, by the way of YouTube algorithm, will reach out to like-minded people. No obligation as such, but we would appreciate if you can. I personally use right now Tradeflow, Tradingview, iCharts, Erode for two charts, basically Bankex and Sensex. That's it. That's all I use. But others use Toxo, TradeMate, MyAlgoMate, a lot of things which I don't know myself. Python. We have some risk management softwares that the head here uses to see we do not go on a tilt and just be in a situation where we can't manage anymore. So that's one of the aspects that is incredible here, because you can think of it that way, but it's not a switch, it's a person who will come and kick your butt and say, hey, keep your risk in check. So the loss is a function of the capital, guys. It's not the absolute numbers. And it's also a function of the buffer we have built and the time we have. When I saw that, I was probably at 11ish, 11:30, and those are the spike zones. But I was actually ready to hit exit now when it goes to 17, 18. But if it goes now anywhere 11, 12, I will be in a mood to kill it and call it a day. So the loss, when you see this in an absolute number, it is where it will play with your psyche. But when you see this as a function of your capital, that is pretty reasonable. Otherwise, you're also not positioned to extend your profits to those levels. So there is a lot of material out there, a lot of teaching out there about the psychology of losses, but there should be also some material, I think, which is a deserving subject, the psychology of profits. So you have to balance both of that in your own mind, if that makes sense. Okay, this is a representation of Traders Cafe, not me personally, so probably there will be a time I will tell more about myself, but I'm not a super experienced trader. I have been only in the markets for 3.5 years, 4 years. I'm a COVID trader too. A label that we have inherited. Yes, Mohit. Everywhere there is no DK, right? Putting me on my toes right now. I have been have seen the normal swings that go through a trader's journey, ups and downs. Been in losses, been in profits, been in significant profits, been in losses then. But now I'm trying to find a consistent way and focus on consistency rather than anything else. And I was fortunate enough to find this group. I will get him on the stream one time. Let him tell about himself. Once we get a little bit of better camera and equipment and all of that, we will do a face-to-face with him. But if you go watch the video, the positional trade that a lot of people asked, that is his positions. He does a lot of positional stuff. And Mohit, if you don't mind, let's park that question for later, if that's okay. Hey Aditya. Hey folks, on the chat is Aditya. He is one of our colleagues and fellow traders and a great tech enthusiast. He has built systems and all of that. So say hi to him and get to know him. you will be benefited. Maybe he will stream one day and teach about his trading techniques and systems. A person who enjoys sharing a lot, so I think that should be possible. Again, my request is to ignore the background noises. There may be some from time to time. Our pleasure, Aditya. We touched 55, 57, 559 and came back, but it looks like a retracement. This is an area if people who are FIB traders may be of interest, because it definitely, by the glance of it, it looks like a good FIB zone for sure. I think it's rhetoric. It's a poorly governed choice. And this is my personal opinion, it doesn't represent Traders Cafe. There was no need to go to introduce all of it to only take it away within such a short duration. All the facts they quote today were the facts that existed previously also. So it doesn't make sense to me, but I do not want to think about it too much, because at the end you will literally have to accept and move on. So it is the right time for us to start building and ideating on positional strategies again, I guess. Nothing wants to decay, guys. We do all indexes, we do futures. Like Aditya said, he do arbitrages, and that's a strategy. A few of them use crude and other instruments in that. MCX products. We use multiple brokers. One of them is, most of it is with through Jainam. The surge on the downside and the unfortunate lack of confidence that it will sustain is what is hurting us right now. For some reason, I'm a little bit worried about the upside than the downside. And I could be totally wrong. Probably it's just that day, take a loss and move on. Because I typically do not have days. I'm at 5 CR right now. I have deployed approximately 50% of my margin. I don't know if you'll hear an answer that you want to hear, but I don't think it's not a question about worthiness. It's a question about how you adapt. So the antithesis to that is, why are those happening? The problem with this instrument right now is you can't scale up really fast, and you also have issues when you want to match the other side, because it's not gonna do this. It's not gonna decay, and it will push you to take directional trades, and which can be problematic. Yeah, the puts are expanding really, really fast, and I'm gonna cut it. Living on the edge, guys, living on the edge. See the drop? Yep. What's wrong with that? I have no clue. Yeah, this put can expand really, really fast. Alright, guys, we are closely, I don't know, 2-3 hours into the stream. I will be trying to manage this position approximately at till 13-14 lakhs, and if it sustains there, I will close it off and call it a day. If not, we'll see how the position evolves. But for today, I think, oh yeah, we are there right already. So that's where we have to close it, guys. This one. All right. It's been a not great day for our trading. Mostly in red. Never have been in green. But it's just coming to the point where risk reward is not in our favor. So I'm gonna call it a day, close it off, and then try to catch up tomorrow with you guys. Thanks, all of you. Have a good rest of your trading session. Thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye for now.